The warm summer nights here in the mountains are something I look forward to all year. Lately, I've been waking up around 4:30 and walking up the mountain to watch the sunrise.
Good morning, you guys. It is around 5 a.m. and I just hiked up this mountain. And I think my favorite part about waking up this early is just like the silence. I feel like it's the only time of day where my thoughts are clear, my head is clear, and I feel so alive. I just need to like lay down and watch the moon setting. This is incredible. Wow. What is it about laying on the earth that just feels so right?
So the other day, I was wandering down in the marsh, foraging for wild plants. On this particular morning, I was looking for cattails and pawpaw fruit, which I ended up finding both of these. I'm gonna use the cattails to make torches, but anyways, I was down there and I heard the call of a mourning dove. And it kind of got me thinking. I'm realizing how much of our life we rush through and we forget to stop and smell the roses. We forget to look at the lonely mourning dove singing in the trees. I find myself very often moving so fast from one place to the other. Society makes us feel like we need to be constantly progressing, constantly doing and growing and moving. I have this fear that I'm kind of being left behind in life, like I'm never doing enough. But the thing is, if we're constantly moving, our life just passes us by so quickly and we don't even have time to enjoy it. What if the true measure of a life well lived is not the accumulation of wealth or status, but the collection of moments that make us feel full and happy? I mean, imagine for a moment that you're at the end of your days. What would you regret more? The things that you did or the things that you didn't do because you were too focused on the future? I think having goals and dreams of the future is important, but at the same time, it kind of prevents us from enjoying our life because it gives us this idea that things will be better in the future. And there's really no guarantee of that. The only guarantee we have is this present moment. This moment is the only thing that exists. And who knows, what if we achieve our goals and we realize that isn't even what we wanted? So I think the best thing that we can do for ourselves is just enjoy our life right now, because tomorrow is not guaranteed.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay. Hey, I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay.
Okay, you guys, I have struggled this year a tremendous amount. And I think the biggest thing that's helped me is having consistent daily habits that I do that make me feel grounded, make me feel good in my mind and my body, make me feel safe. Some of the things that I like to do are breath work, a 5-minute meditation. I really like to move my body, and something that I have done consistently every week this past year is therapy, which is actually the sponsor of this video. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp connects you to a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and gives you helpful, unbiased advice. First, you go to their site. You can use my link betterhelp.com/Isabel. You just answer a few questions and BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like yours. The best part, in my opinion, is you can do it all from your phone or computer via phone call, video chat, or messaging. However you feel the most comfortable, it is the easiest possible way to start talking to a therapist, in my opinion. You'll be matched to a therapist usually within 48 hours, so you can start talking fast. Visit betterhelp.com/Isabel or choose Isabel during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month.
When the elderflower is back in bloom, I really feel like that signifies the beginning of true summer. The taste of elderflower is such a nostalgic feeling for me. We only get it once a year for such a brief moment, and then it's gone. Elderflower is such a special plant. It's been used in traditional medicine for so many centuries. It also just tastes so incredible. I think it's my favorite wild plant.
So the summers here get really warm. Part of my summer routine every year is to wake up around 4:35 because the nights are a lot colder and it's just so nice to be awake during this time. The sun is just now rising over the mountains and there is nothing like taking a deep breath of fresh morning air. Oh, wow. So I've been home for about a week and it has been so nice getting back into just my routines here. So today I've got, what am I doing today? My family is coming to visit tonight, so I think I'm gonna make a couple of different things for dinner. Early this morning, I went and picked some elderflower, and I think I'm gonna use that to make lemonade today. That sounds so good.
So recently I found this list that I actually made when I was in high school, and it was a list of all these places I want to go to that are here in my state where I'm from. Mostly the list consists of longer hiking trips that I want to take, but I remember I made this list because I thought that after high school I would try to go to all of these places. Anyways, I found this paper the other day when I was at my parents' house and I read through it and realized I haven't even been to one of the places on this list, which is crazy. I really do think that we can get so caught up in life and forget how quickly time is passing. It was just kind of a little reminder that it's probably been about 8 years since I made that list and I haven't done any of the things on it. So anyways, I am making some elderflower lemonade right now. And I'm putting boiling water over the elderflowers and some slices of lemons, and I'm going to let that sit for around 8 hours. It's best to wait overnight, but I was a little impatient because I wanted to have it tonight for dinner. I am also getting back into making bread routinely. We were gone for almost 3 weeks, and during that time, I left my starter in the fridge, and I'm actually really surprised how quickly that thing bounced back to life.
I just finished this elderflower lemonade, which I am very excited about. I hope I didn't put too much sugar in it though. Let's taste it. Oh, wow. That is so good. It is elderflower season, you guys. I 100% recommend going and harvesting some elderflower and making lemonade.
Sometimes it's the simplest things that bring us the most joy, like picking raspberries that you grew yourself. I remember many years ago planting these plants. There was still snow on the ground and they were like 2 inches tall, and now they're huge. It always feels really special, the first big berry harvest of the season.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a crust right now and put that in the fridge for like an hour. Just a little salt and some sugar. Just a little handful, small handful of sugar. Maybe a little more. I like to use frozen butter and like grate it into the flour. To me, this works the best. It's a little hard to grate. You really gotta put some muscle into it.
So I'm using some fresh raspberries from the garden to make a pie tonight. I feel like you can only eat raspberry pie when you grow the berries yourself because raspberries are so expensive, but they're actually surprisingly very easy to grow. From my experience, the soil doesn't have to be perfect. I'm pretty sure I just planted these ones just in the raw earth. I didn't add any compost to it or anything. I just dug a hole and plopped them in. I'm not necessarily recommending this method of planting raspberries, but I guess I'm just trying to say how easy they are to grow yourself. My garden this year is very sad looking. I am gonna be leaving for a lot of the summer, so I feel like there's not really any point in putting a bunch of energy into it. So much of my life these past years has been dedicated to gardening and growing my own food, and I'm gonna be honest, it feels really good to kind of just let go this summer and not care that the garden is a mess and neglected. If you guys haven't realized, I'm kind of a type A control freak type person, and so letting go of things can be really challenging for me sometimes. But sometimes we need to let go in order to make space in our lives for better things. I don't need to spend every summer of my young adult life pulling weeds in the garden. I can do other things and everything will be okay. No one will die if I don't have a perfect garden this year, you know? I actually think the act of letting go can be one of the most freeing feelings. Anyways, so the dinner I made for my family on this night turned out so good. I made this fresh beetroot salad, which was so good. We had that with hummus and sourdough bread, as well as the elderflower lemonade, and of course, a fresh baked pie. Anyways, you guys, thank you all so much for watching this video, and thank you to all of my subscribers on Patreon for making these videos possible. I will see you all next week. Okay, bye-bye.